Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Ever feel like you're spinning your wheels, trying really hard to build good habits or break those pesky bad ones, but nothing seems to stick? Well, you are in the right place. Today, we're diving into the foundational first part of Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book is an absolute game changer, revealing how incredibly small changes, those tiny atomic habits, create remarkable results when you stick with them. If you want to understand the simple but powerful science behind habits and how to finally make lasting changes, keep watching. So, what's the big deal with atomic habits? James Clear starts by sharing his own powerful story. A terrible baseball injury nearly ended his athletic dreams, forcing him to focus on making tiny, almost invisible improvements day after day. This experience taught him a crucial lesson. Massive success doesn't come from one giant action, but from the compound effect of small, consistent habits over time. It's like compound interest for self-improvement. Think about getting just 1% better at something each day. Sounds insignificant, right? But Clear breaks down the math. Improve by 1% daily for a year, and you'll end up nearly 38 times better. On the flip side, getting 1% worse each day brings you devastatingly close to zero. This highlights the surprising power hidden in our daily routines. Now, have you ever started a new habit? Worked really hard for weeks but felt frustrated because you weren't seeing results? Clear calls this the Plateau of Latent Potential. It's like heating an ice cube. Nothing seems to happen between 25 and 31 degrees, but at 32 degrees, it finally starts melting. Your efforts weren't wasted, they were building potential. Breakthroughs often arrive later than we expect, so patience is essential. This leads to a key idea. Forget about goals, focus on systems instead. We often fixate on goals like lose 20 pounds or write a novel, but Clear argues that goals are about the results you want to achieve, while systems are about the processes that lead to those results. Think about it. Winners and losers in any field often share the same goals. What differentiates them? Their systems. Goals provide direction, but systems make progress. If you want better results, focus on your daily systems. And here's maybe the most powerful concept, changing your identity. Clear explains there are 3 layers of change: outcomes, processes, and identity. Most people focus on outcomes, but the deepest, most lasting change happens when we shift our identity. Instead of saying, I want to quit smoking, outcome, focus on becoming I am not a smoker, identity. Every time you perform a habit, you cast a vote for the type of person you want to become. Your habits literally shape your identity over time. So how do habits actually work? Clear introduces a simple 4-step model: cue, craving, response, reward. The cue triggers your brain. The craving is the motivation or desire. The response is the actual habit you perform. And the reward is the satisfaction you get, which teaches your brain to repeat the loop. This is the habit loop, the backbone of every habit. To build better habits, Clear introduces the 4 laws of behavior change, based on these steps. The first part of the book focuses heavily on the first 2 laws. The first law is make it obvious. This relates to the cue. Since many habits are unconscious, the first step is awareness. Clear suggests using the habits scorecard. Simply list your daily habits to see what you're actually doing. Then, use strategies like implementation intentions, stating clearly, I will, behavior, at time and location. This gives your habit a time and place to live. Another powerful tool is habit stacking. After current habit, I will, new habit. You link your desired habit to one you already do consistently. Crucially, design your environment. Make the cues for good habits obvious and visible. Put your running shoes by the door, keep fruit on the counter. And make cues for bad habits invisible. Hide the junk food. Leave your phone in another room when you need to focus. Self-control isn't about heroic willpower. Often, it's about creating a more disciplined environment where temptation is minimized. The second law is make it attractive. This tackles the craving step. Habits are more likely to stick if we find them appealing. Our brain releases dopamine not just when we experience pleasure, but when we anticipate it. It's the anticipation that drives us to act. We can use this to our advantage with temptation bundling. This genius strategy involves pairing an action you want to do with an action you need to do. For example, only allowing yourself to watch your favorite Netflix show while you're on the exercise bike. This links the necessary habit with an immediate reward, making it more attractive. That's the foundation from the first part of Atomic Habits. Small changes focusing on systems, shifting identity, and making habits obvious and attractive. Powerful stuff, right? What books have changed your perspective on habits or self-improvement? And what books should I summarize next? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this summary helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into impactful books. Want to learn the specific techniques to make good habits incredibly easy to do? Curious about how to make sure your new habits are satisfying so you actually stick with them long term? James Clear lays out practical, step-by-step strategies for all 4 laws in the full book. It goes much deeper, with more examples and science-backed tactics. If you're truly ready to take control of your habits and build a better life, I highly recommend reading it cover to cover. You can grab your own copy of Atomic Habits using the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.